Hey team, you know I'm a flat work guy, right? Well, sometimes we get roped into doing foundations, and it's not that we don't know how, it's just that I really like to stay specialized in the flat work industry and stay focused on what we're best at. So once in a while we get up to something like this, but it's very rare. So we're doing an ICF foundation for a client for a log home. And now it's kind of an architectural build and engineer drawings. So I'll try to get to all the details, but please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. So this is our main footing. It's like 14 inches thick, and there's this little plinth on the top there, and that's going to be exposed, and that's going to hold the main beam for the logs. So you can also see we got 15 millimeter rebar and a keyway in that footing. Footing is 8 inches thick. There's also some vertical bars. So here's the ICF. This is called Rhinoform, and I don't even know if these guys are still in business. This was kind of a new deal, and what it is, it's not Lego blocks, it's full height panels. So you buy the height that you want. You pick the height, and they interlock with male and female tabs, and they get hammered in together. So if you've seen, I was building a little, so there's the female end of the tabs. You got to slide your rebar in as you go. Your verticals go in at the end. There's my number one helper. And then once the male and female tabs are lined up, you put 12-inch lags in and boom, it's locked together. That's pretty much it. That's the whole strength. So we had to weld up a custom plate that fits in those female tabs, and you tap it in and that's it. You plumb it up, you're good. We had crazy anchor bolts to go in. We used saran wrap, but we should have used tinfoil. Tinfoil would have been better to keep those clean. And again, this was crazy engineering. So there was a lot of little details that we had to hit. We actually couldn't pour the concrete up to the top of the wall. We had to trim down and freeform that outside wall, as you can see. It had to be concrete right to the outside edge for that top 12 inches because that's where the logs sit. And the anchor bolts would have been too weak because the anchor bolts are actually closer to that edge. And here you can also see a rim joist insert. All the electrical, those are electrical conduits sticking up, all of it has to go through the rim joist because it's a log home. It comes up and through the logs. You can't run anything in the joists or up through the floor later. It was very complex. So we got our wall done and everything went great. So here's a little jig that I welded up to take off some of those nuts off those massive anchor bolts. And those are just there to hold down the first course of logs. So from there we had to waterproof. So blue skin the bottom, put some primer in, just that connection between the footing and the wall. Now we're full height blue skin. And then we also did the eggshell wrap. That's going to make sure that any water hits that foundation, it's going to fall right to the bottom into the weeping tile. And there's our drain rock above the weeping tile. Sorry guys, this is a lot of information here, but again, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.